HooHooHooRobin.
Let's get Otto and George to join the party here. Otto and George, want to explain Otto and George to the new listeners, Anthony? I mean the faithful listeners of the program
filthy ventriloquist.
Exactly. Otto and George the puppet in his New York Yankee outfit.
I got my cup of coffee because I suck in the morning. A shot in a beer, you fucking homo. Let me get these on first.
Got to talk to George there.
There you go.
Thank you. How you doing? Hi, Rich.
Very
What's going
good.
on, man? How are you, Bonnie?
That's Bonnie. Yeah, you know
Anthony,
everyone.
Otto,
what's
what's
up?
up, man?
I was just about to explain your DVD, Otto.
Yeah.
Classic Moments, Volume 1, Otto and George. I've been waiting for something like this to come out.
Everything's on there but me making big money.
You got our first appearance, your first appearance on our show.
Yeah.
And also, we did the Joe Franklin show.
Yes,
Joe
my
Franklin.
friends.
That's on there.
My friends.
Wow.
Martin Paints, my friend.
Your Morton Downey Jr. appearance.
Yeah. Dead.
Yes,
Very
he is.
dead.
Long dead.
Very dead.
Playboy Channel, Howard Stern. You cover it all. Your whole
All right,
career
let's get
on
out of
this.
here. There's a lot of pussy outside. I got to talk to these pasty fucks. Bunch of radio fucks.
What's wrong with you, George?
He's all right.
He's all right? Okay.
Hey, is that a true story about the Puerto Rican stabbing the dummy?
Yeah, that happened. Central Park.
That,
Stabbed the puppet.
and then without
Didn't like what he was saying?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, probably.
Must have been something about Puerto Ricans, though, I would gather.
I don't think I was that rough on him.
Really?
He was hallucinating or something, yeah.
Do you remember the joke you told that got this guy so pissed he ran on stage with a
George
knife?
probably said, "You're ugly," and then I said, "Tell him you're sorry," and he said, "I'm sorry, you're ugly." It was very light and tame for those days.
Right?
A nigga! No, I'm sorry. Okay.
Jesus, George.
after he stabbed you without missing a beat, then the dummy go, "The spick stabbed me."
Yeah.
He stabbed the puppet. He was so pissed off.
That's something.
The illusion is intact.
But it didn't hurt him. That's nice.
No, I got a scar here on this
He
knuckle
pulled
here.
through.
Oh, it went right through to where it hit you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got a
That's pretty-
scar.
Right
I got
through the
battle
hand.
scars.
That's pretty cool.
So, George, did you see the new Honeymooners movie?
Uh-oh.
Fuck Cedric the Circus Ape. That fucking reject from the Samsonite commercial. A fucking monkey with a SAG card died. Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Puppet, I guess, did not like the Honeymooners.
What is that bullshit?
It did horrible at the box office, and we couldn't be happier.
Fuck is this guy?
All
right.
That's relax.
Chugging coffee in the waiting room. You got this fuck on the air. All right. It's a football player. Be nice. This guy can put a buffalo in a headlock. I ain't scared of you. I'll fucking hit you with the D train.
That's Tyson Walter, George. He plays for the Dallas Cowboys.
Nice to meet you. Who gives a shit? All right. Dallas Cowboys.
The puppet is surly this morning.
He is
Anthony.
very surly.
Oh, by the way, Rich was talking about your TV appearance, and you were billed as your first and last names.
Yeah,
You're
Greg
right.
Hughes
It should
and-
be Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, we did notice
Well, now
that.
that you
Yeah.
did,
But we
Bravo.
didn't do it.
Well, now you did Bravo. Do you think maybe you could do like the best of the '90s on VH1 or one of those?
We did that already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well,
Dick.
you guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it
Jesus.
was weird because you guys were doing like you loved like female.
Well, we.
we're
so it's
just hacks.
female.
We're
Yeah.
awful hacks.
When are
We
you
really
doing
are.
this?
Xena, you thought was pretty cool.
When are you doing
Yeah.
the Scrapple
Xena.
Network?
We.
Yeah,
I had no business being on that show.
it is really awful.
Like when they ask you to do it,
They
you're like,
talk
yeah,
in-
we like.
No,
female.
it's like it always goes with people talking us into shit. They're like, oh, this will be really good, to get the name out there and the station you're on. Not a lot of people know you're on XM at this point. It'll be nice to get the...
And they always say you're gonna find a new audience.
Yeah,
You're
it's
gonna
gonna
find
be
a new
great.
audience.
And then we go, okay, we'll do it. And we get there and go, oh, this is just going to be bad. Okay, tell us something about a superhero girl that you think... I don't know any of this shit. Well,
Yeah.
fake it.
You look
gotta
squeezed
fake it.
in there, too. Like
Oh, they
had
pop
to
it.
squeeze you
We're
together.
together so tight, and they go, could you guys get a little closer? We're
Yeah,
trying to get
Opie
you in
never
frame.
said anything.
That's how it
You just
starts.
like-
Oh, that's how it starts, and then we're jerking off each other.
Anthony and I have been doing radio over 10 years. We've barely touched each other.
We
barely.
hate getting close to
I think
each
we
other.
give each other, I was going to say, a fist every once in a while.
You know,
We
a little
tap
lard.
fist, right? A little lard and a
little
glove.
fist.
Right, sure. Who's looking? I said a lot, but I had nothing to say about superheroes. I was goofing on everything else, and obviously that's not what the show is about.
I
don't know that
to
crap.
know a little bit about a little bit of everything, and of course I could just bullshit my way through those things, but and then you watch back and you're like, okay, this was a great move. Yeah, great career move. Fucking beautiful.
You could fly like right in here. This is your home. This is where you're supposed to be. You could fly through the channels and just fly right past you two guys and go DJs.
Right, exactly, right? I know. DJs, yeah, no shit.
Gee,
And that
thanks.
will work.
Thanks, Rich, as we're trying to get away from the...
At least we got jobs, though. I see people on those shows, like the 90s shows and stuff. It's like, this person doesn't even fucking work.
Well, we
That's
had a
their
meeting
job.
with Comedy Central, and and the person that at Comedy Central that's in charge, one of the people that's in charge of our pilot, one day I'm flipping through in Comedy Central.
No, I love no.
No. It was like some dumb, stand-up show. Like I can't remember what it was.
Sit down, stand up.
Where they have like
some kind of
5
thing.
different
Lounge
comics on or
lizards.
whatever. Yeah. And the executive is on doing stand-up
Oh, shit.
on the show.
Kind of takes away from his executiveness.
Yeah. No, it was a chick. But,
Oh,
Hey, Anthony,
see,
my
I said
God.
his, instantly thinking the executive's got to be the man.
Of course.
no, on TV
That's
they're
how
all
we think on the
ladies.
show.
Go get some coffee for the men.
Anthony, I got some examples of our appearance on Bravo. We might,
You do?
We might as well let
Fuck.
these guys smash us today.
Oh, here we
this
go.
is something we've been avoiding. Like, we knew we were on this show, and everyone's like, hey, when are you guys going to talk about your appearance on
Never.
Bravo? And we make believe we don't read the email or the instant feedback or the phone calls coming
I
in.
couldn't believe it. I was on the toilet. She goes, "They're on Bravo."
I forgot until I was in bed on a Sunday night, and I just turned on the TV real fast. I'm like, oh, that's right, we
What
did that
words
like 6
of
months
wisdom
ago.
that people cannot possibly live without did we spew out on this show?
Here's Anthony talking about Blade.
Blade also reflected
Wow, my
a
voice is
classic
deep.
Marvel Comics archetype, the anti-hero, whose special powers are also a curse.
He doesn't quite belong to either the humans or the vampires, so he's in constant battle with each of them, plus internally in himself. That adds a lot to the storyline. And it's cool, and it gives him a lot of people to kick ass.
Did you hear me in that clip? I went,
What the fuck did he say?
During every
even
pause,
know.
did you go, "I'm not saying anything funny right here"?
Yeah.
You just kept pausing.
This is it. Nothing funny going on. Nothing funny.
my job, which was pointed out by the listeners, was to look at Anthony lovingly through
Yeah,
the
that's what I said. I said, Opie just turned and was looking lovingly.
and nodding. And
nodding.
I had the look of love in my eye that the asshole listeners told me.
And when you're doing those shows too, no matter what you say, they're always sitting there going, "Great, funny stuff."
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's great.
It's great.
That,
Yeah,
that's
clever
it.
little sound bites are nice, but nothing's better than cracking somebody's spine in half, right there, Dallas? Fucking sadist.
George, you're nuts, man. He's 5 times your size.
on his coffee.
Yeah.
He is very big, George.
Yeah.
Got to pick on him. Whatever.
All right, well, here's Ant on Princess Leia.
Oh,
Maybe I get a word in this time.
okay. Let's listen for what Opie has
First
to
clip,
say.
I heard the start of
It was every young boy's fantasy to see Princess Leia in a little slinky leather thing and chains. She got her justice for Jabba the Hutt degrading her like that. That was cool. Good to watch.
I know a little too much about that shit.
That was your own personal anger coming out.
Yeah.
She got what was due.
Yeah. Jabba the Hutt got it. Good for him.
Yeah, I don't know, but if you know about the time where I put money in the bank,
I am quite a faggot. Jesus Christ.
While others were circle jerking.
Yeah,
exactly.
We
Studying
would
Princess
get
Leia.
together and jack off to Star Wars movies.
Otto, did you like Princess Leia? George, anyone? No?
She wasn't hot at all.
No?
I never cared for the Star Wars movies, really.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
Have you
I
seen the
don't
new
get
one?
into
The
it.
new one's
No.
pretty cool.
I think
No,
Lucas
it's
is
good.
doing fine without your $9.
Right? Right? I know. I'd like to see him do another American Graffiti, just do something
Yeah,
about
something
people,
different. Something good. Right, about real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, guy's got
$9.
nothing.
Well, this clip says O and A on Princess Leia, so I might get a little time here.
There was more to say, huh?
She's the only character in Star Wars who hits every target she shoots at. There's a little Star Wars nerdy trivia for you.
Kind of bitchy,
Great
though.
hairdo.
What? Kind of bitchy. Snotty.
Talking about Jimmy.
Kind of bitchy.
Were you talking about Princess Leia or Jimmy Norton? Did you call her a fuckface?
Kind of bitchy. All right. There you go. That's
Kind of bitchy.
That's what I give everybody.
That's Opie's contribution.
Well, we
Kind
don't
of
run out
bitchy.
and get XM after this appearance. Oh, they're probably lining up at satellite. Did you see
Running
it?
out of
Hey,
equipment.
Who are those two guys who are on Bravo? They were kind of bitchy.
Lining up
We
around the block
suck.
at the Best Buy.
We suck.
All right, well, here's O and A on Xena.
I think as a teenager, you had the fantasy of a woman that knew what she was doing, would take charge, and Xena definitely filled that bill.
Had her little Amazon woman scream. Whatever that was.
Like that snitch.
Kind of scary.
You ended everything with kind of cool,
Kind of
scary,
Kind of cool. Kind of gay. I suck.
kind of neat.
Oh, is that awful? God, kind of awful. Kind of cool. Yeah, you're right. Oh, what a crutch-using ass.
And our final clip
Oh,
on.
there's
Hey, you know
another
what's
one.
like?
Let's hear it when I say kind of at the end. Oh, no.
I've walked out of auditions knowing I really stink at this.
Yeah.
I'm really bad. You guys could not have walked out of there going, we killed.
That went really well.
You know what? No, I got it. It was a who cares appearance. We didn't kill, obviously, but we didn't stink. It was who cares.
Like, well, it went.
And the funny thing is, we sat after this radio show for 2.5 hours. Easily,
I know.
right, Ant?
Yeah.
The whole time with the camera rolling, I'm counting up our time on TV, 40 seconds, 50. That would, a minute 10. We got a minute 10 FaceTime out of 2.5 hours.
What you guys did as radio personalities and as funny guys, Clem the spot welder could have done what you two did.
Right.
They could have went down the hall and said, hey, put your bucket down.
Yeah.
We want you to come in here and talk about Princess Leia. Because these two stiffs have
Why does a
nothing
spot
funny to
welder
say.
need a bucket?
Did they give you
No, it's someone else. That was
information
okay.
about it, all the people?
In advance?
Not really.
No. It's
Stuff
kind of...
You just had to off the top of your head.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, John brings up a good point on the phones. Go ahead, John.
Fuck John on the phone, asshole.
George. They're our listeners. We love them.
Fuck them all. Die screaming with a cock in their ass.
Hey, Opie, you were a teenager when Xena was on the air? You keep getting younger and younger. You were a teenager when Angie Dickinson was on the air.
All right, John. Don't blow my spot.
Yeah, policewoman.
Here's our final clip. This is Anthony talking about Catwoman.
Oh,
Catwoman on all fours. A little clawing across the chest, stuff like that. Sure.
that's it?
That's it.
Brilliant.
That was worth wasting 2.5 hours of our
Wow.
day.
Hearing that twice is a delicious torture.
The worst.
Well, we finally got to that, huh? Ant?
Oh. And they're
that
going to
on
rerun
Bravo.
that forever.
That's it.
I know.
Done.
The Monday that we did the show, everyone's just like calling and emailing, and we're
We'll
just like,
never
oh,
get
that
away
thing.
from that.
No, we're too busy to get to that.
What's going to happen is Norton's going to become a big TV star.
Yeah.
He's going to be sitting around with a bunch of friends at a party or something, and a rerun's going to come on. And they're going to go to Norton. Aren't those the guys you're on the radio? And I never met him in my life.
Remember those coattails you rode to greatness, and then you jumped off just in time? 6 months from now, Jimmy Norton will not be on this show.
Now, I
make
had a
that
good talk
prediction.
with him the last time I was here. We walked to the car, and he was saying how he hates acting, because I congratulated him on the HBO thing and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, I hate acting. I love radio. This is where I'm, most comfortable.
Yeah, when they start throwing huge money at him. He did a great job on Leno last night. It was amazing.
I think he's going to make every effort to be here as often as I really
I
do.
think so, too.
Really.
I don't know.
Note to self: don't call him a fuckface anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more on-air arguments with him.
Yeah.
Gotta coddle that boy. Little waste.
Nah, he's a loyal friend. He always has been. So he'll do what he can.
Yeah, what's he? Yeah.
Hey, Michael Jackson.
Everyone's
talking about Michael Jackson today.
Acquitted.
But we
on
said
all
2 months
counts.
ago that he would be acquitted. And
Let everybody go. Colin Ferguson, let them all out. Kill everybody.
OJ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack the Ripper.
OJ obviously killed his wife and her gentleman friend there. And you open up the paper today, there he is with 2 broads on him at some bar, some party. He's still going to like parties, and he's invited to parties. And he's going out with a girl. One of the girls looked exactly like Nicole. Exactly.
Yeah, before or after.
Well, unfortunately, before. Whore.
That's what OJ's like. That's why he was out partying. He's going, wow, fuck, they're not going to talk about me for a month now.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
off
the
the
whole
hook.
Michael Jackson thing, yeah.
Michael Jackson is he's gonna have a special on. He's gonna fuck a kid on TV and get away with it. That's gonna be his next special.
Yeah,
CBS primetime. Michael Jackson fucks a
He's
kid.
going to take it to the next level. He just wants us to.
It's beautiful.
What I don't understand is too, and I watched this trial
Everything?
one day.
Oh,
well,
sorry.
No, is people like, okay, you guys have people flew in from all over, quit their job. I mean, they are fans. They're sitting, I mean,
They're
you
starstruck.
You can't be that much of a fan. Like, they're sitting outside going, you know, we love you. It was his fault. The way he was, whatever. You're like, listen, how can you be that much of a fan? I like golf, like I was saying. I like Tiger Woods. If he gets hit by lightning or goes to prison, I'm an Ernie Els fan. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
he'll move on.
Who cares that much to go there every day and sit outside?
Lunatic mental patients. They're all fucked up in the head. None of them are.
Yeah.
It's not a normal person going, well, I'm just throwing my support behind this gentleman who I feel is innocent. It's always like, I have loved Michael for so many years. It's the flamboyantly gay guys and girls that are too fat and ugly to get any men. That's pretty much all I saw out there.
Did you see Dove Lady?
No, which one's this?
Oh, this was Lunatic Lady. She was releasing
a
dove for every count that he was
Every
found
count.
innocent
Oh.
on. She had a whole cage of friggin' doves.
Isn't that illegal?
You would think it should be.
You can't just release doves.
You can't do
She
that.
gets put in jail.
We would see Michael out there.
The doves.
Well, you know what? They should release a little boy everyone.
Yeah, that's
a fucking dove. Let the kid run.
Run away.
Run away.
That's the.
He has just got, right now, though, he's got carte blanche now. I mean, they brought him up on these charges, acquitted. Twice they tried to get him on this. He paid off a family years ago. They just cannot catch him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's supposed to be a jury of his peers. Who's his peers? Nobody's like this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
What peers?
Yeah.
You're looking there. They have to bring him in from outer space. As a
Cornelius.
representative from Jupiter. How do you find Michael Jackson?
You know, right when there was no guilty, 6 feet of dirt flew open and Johnny Cochran's coffin popped out. Get the fuck out of here.
If the coffin fits, you must be dead. Oh, sugar.
We got audio of the Dove Lady. Let's take a listen to this.
Great.
Well, he's such a dear person to me and to lots of his fans. He's so innocent, and it was so sad to see him being taken advantage and being so misunderstood.
You sick zombie cunt.
Shut up.
Let's play.
What
Guess
a
what drug
lunatic.
she's on?
Jesus.
With that
He's a
slurring
beautiful,
voice.
Innocent. How does she know?
Yeah.
How the hell does
Yeah.
she know? And him being acquitted of the charges just means that the prosecution didn't have enough evidence. This motherfucker is so guilty of at least jerking off in a bed like boss of his friends with young boys.
I jerked off to the footage of Carl Willenda falling to his death in Puerto Rico. Is there anything wrong with that?
That's hot. That's some hot footage.
Hey, did George jerk off to anybody?
Of course not.
He's looking around. No, okay.
Here's the thing, too. The kid, I don't know how old the kid was. He's innocent. There's 1,000 people outside applauding. Yay! You got
Yay.
away with fucking this.
Yeah,
kid.
you got away
How
with
you-
it.
This kid has got to walk out of there going. They're all cheering at my ass reaming. You
And
know
the,
what I mean?
the bottom line is he sleeps with children. He's admitted to that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're applauding this guy.
Don't you think there's a
Yeah,
chance
I know,
that he
it's-
might be what he says he is, just this guy who has sleepovers?
No.
You don't think there's any chance of that
No
at all?
chance whatsoever.
If
He should be
Lawrence,
persecuted just for his face.
Yeah.
Why?
if Lawrence Taylor had kids sleeping over, he'd be in prison. Okay.
Anyone else? You have children sleeping over, there's a problem. Michael Jackson, because he's got this Peter Pan complex, and I didn't have a childhood, so I'm living it now. Stop it.
Yeah.
Why would you have kids around?
Let's go to George in Kansas City.
Fuck George in Kansas City. Shirk off.
George?
George the puppet doesn't like you. George.
Aha.
George, Kansas City.
No
you?
balls, guy.
Anybody?
Jew hater.
All right, he wants to compliment Bonnie. That's why I want to get this on the air today. Likes female point of view with Bonnie.
Well, maybe we ought to have a woman on the show.
Female.
Chime in every so often and go, oh, guys.
She's not that type of woman,
No,
thank
of
God.
course not.
That's why we like her.
That's a bit vulgar, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys done enough of that dumb morning radio where
all
you
over
see
the
the
place.
stupid chick that has to be the buzzkill for everybody.
Oh, they hate him. He walks in, he goes, "Who's the skirt?"
Yeah, and she wants the respect.
And that's what the
of
guys in
one
the
of
studio want to
broadcasters.
say, but they can't because the stupid management, got them all together to do this show. We hate the female co-host. Hate.
What's in the news today? Well, enough.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Chatty talk radio. Let's go on radio and talk.
That's what we're doing, though.
Why didn't the prosecutor say,
Chatty.
okay, do you own a monkey? Do you have a Ferris wheel? Did you buy the bones of the Elephant Man? I rest my case.
Yeah.
That's it.
Guilty.
Guilty.
All right, let's play more from Dove Lady.
Absolutely, absolutely. Unfortunately, when you have fame and money, people do take advantage of you. And on the top of that, when you have a great, good heart, yes, that would be the number one goal for people to go after.
Huh?
Oh, yes, that's what people want to do. They want to get people with a good heart.
Yeah.
Get 'em.
That's it. Get that good
Go
person.
get him.
Yeah.
Go get him.
What is that vague accent she has?
Yeah, it's something going on there.
The only connection she has with him is she cleaned his hotel room one morning.
Yeah.
That's the accent of Oxycontin. Let's see.
She almost took one of the doves' heads off. Did you see that?
No.
She's releasing the doves and with every count, and one flies out, and then she's got to shut the lid real quick because if two fly out during one count, she's got to kill herself or something. So she goes to smash the cage door down, and one of the doves are trying to get out, and its head got stuck. It's great. I was hoping to just see it snap its little dove neck, little dove blood coming out its beak.
That's hilarious. It would ruin her world.
Oh, totally would ruin it. What do I do? Two doves got out. Gotta kill my son.
If he was guilty and she had to go home with 9 doves, it's like me leaving a gig with all my DVDs back in the suitcase. Oh, Jesus. And now you know what it's like. These DVDs are doves.
This didn't work out.
By the way, Otto and George will be selling their DVD.
Yeah.
Yes.
At your shows, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got to get a link on a website or something. We could sell
why?
you a ton of these things
Yeah?
through our website easily.
Really?
Yeah, talk to Steve after
You don't have
the
a
show.
website? Oh, over here.
What? Oh,
You don't
me?
have a website?
Yeah, I do somewhere.
You
but
do?
I don't. I don't run it myself.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got an electric can opener recently. It goes.
All right.
I
You're getting there. That's cool.
rest my balls on top of it. And then jerk off.
Vibrates. Yeah, people jerking off with appliances.
That's what I did with the weed whacker. It worked fine for me. You could sell a ton of these if you're on a website,
I don't.
Otto.
What makes you think I don't? Oh, on
Even
the website?
more.
Well,
Just our faithful listeners all over the country would, that aren't going to go see it because you're not coming to their town would buy this thing.
Really?
Yeah, you got to get to with Steve.
Hey,
we'll
listen,
figure something out.
I got
for you.
that fucking speech too. 4 DVDs. Yeah. All right. 4 DVDs. If I would have made a Bravo appearance, I might have made it up to 6.
Oh, yeah. True.
Got more doves in my house than.
All right, speaking of which, we have a couple more clips from Dove Lady.
You know, we all have a child within ourselves, and he really missed his childhood. And
there
in
it
our
is.
culture, Middle East, Far East, this is really not abnormal. There's nothing
Dr.
wong with
Vibes?
that.
Middle East.
He perhaps doesn't want
It's
to
also
grow
not a
up,
problem sawing
and that
people's
is what
heads
he
off.
chooses.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with that. And the way he has always shown his love to people.
The Jew is poisoning the planet.
The problem isn't, and the case wasn't about him having a child within him.
Oh.
It's him within the child. Stop it.
I think this guy Chuck makes a good point. Chuck,
Hey, what's going on?
what's up?
Hey, Michael Jackson's got this whole Peter Pan complex thing going on because he didn't have a childhood as a kid.
Yeah.
How long has his childhood lasted as an adult?
Yeah,
He's
'cause-
got like a
Shouldn't his
20-year-old
adult childhood be over?
yeah. I wish my childhood lasted more than 12 years.
Yeah, the guy's 50 years old, for God's sake.
State theater.
Huh?
He needs to get over it and go to the state theater. Punching out.
State theater. That's what Jimmy's playing.
You know, there's so many kids that grow up and they do whatever. They're a musician, whatever. They're not raping other kids.
Jerk off with each other in
You know.
bed.
I
Yeah,
miss
I
my
understand.
childhood. I had a good one.
You did?
No, it was fucking horrible.
Yeah. You have like bad parenting or something?
Well, they're divorced parents, you know.
Yeah.
You're just doing shit to get attention. I mean, I was fucking shooting.
All his friends were gay.
Playing roulette in 4th grade, cutting school, stealing money
My
at
parents
Hebrew
were
school.
divorced. I didn't go on a tear like that with drugs and gambling.
I was
you're just
breastfed with doorknobs. Perfect Peter Lorre. Shut up, asshole. Trying to do Woody. Fuck yourself.
Otto and George hating each other.
Otto and George are fighting a little bit.
Have you ever met a ventriloquist that got along with his dummy?
Very tricky relationship. They really don't like each other, but they depend on each other.
I had a great fucking story with Otto back in the day. Remember when me and Frankie came over your house, Bastille?
Oh, yeah.
Back in Brooklyn?
Brighton Beach.
Yeah. This is when I was doing drugs. So I'm on fucking major fucking crack. And Frankie's on heroin. And Otto's just like drunk. So he lets us come over his house, right? So we're sitting there just all wired, and we're hungry, and Otto just has like 1 can of beans, and he cooks us beans. And right,
Somebody puked. I remember he was puking.
that was Frankie because he was on heroin.
Yeah.
Frankie was on heroin. And then we're sitting there all wired, and Otto would nod out and then pop up and go, "Fuck Messina!" Like these are big people in the business. Remember? Fuck Harry Grant.
Yeah. I remember we went to one spot where you were copping crack, and a guy comes out of a doorway and he's firing a gun, and then you go, "Oh, that's my guy," and you walk towards the gunfire. No, it's cool. He knows me. As soon as that clip is empty, he's gonna hook us up. I never saw a guy walk towards the gunfire. It was unlike the fucking Wild Bunch. That's a true story.
That is how important that crack was to him right
he was
there.
fearless. I'm telling
Fuck
you.
it.
I've
Walk
never
toward
seen
the
anything like
gunfire.
That's
what
my guy.
a
He's
lunatic. What a friggin' lunatic. That's my guy.
Amazing that you lived. It's great.
That's my
hilarious.
guy.
Yeah.
So
Who was he
brave.
shooting at? Do you
I
know?
don't Someone's trying to rip him off or something.
Firing
He
him.
wasn't after me.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, here we go. The Dove Lady. A lot of people asking these people outside the courthouse if Michael Jackson, should stop sleeping with little boys.
Aha.
I'm sure he doesn't need anybody's advice. I'm sure that Michael is not going to just go through this ever again. I'm sure he's just going to change his lifestyle and perhaps just stop helping people because it's causing him nothing but pain.
And by helping, I mean fucking little boys in the ass.
So he's going to start killing them.
Oh, there you go.
So he
That way they
doesn't have
can't
this
talk.
problem anymore.
I would have loved you years ago, but they've made it. I have to kill you. I gotta choke the life out of you.
But you know what gets me? This bitch shows up with beards. Why is she the spokesperson for everybody and Michael Jackson? He's got a fucking cunt with a birdcage.
Circus.
Reverend Al Sharpton got involved with this at the end? They were interviewing him yesterday?
Well, he was supporting Michael during the time he was calling Tommy Mottola a racist. Remember that whole episode?
And the birds were flying out of his hair.
Mottola wasn't he banging, what's her name?
Mariah. Yeah.
Mariah's half black.
I don't know
You
what
can't
she
be
is.
a racist and be having sex with black people. Doesn't work.
Yeah, you can. It could be a fetish.
I don't think you're a good racist if you're having sex with the people that you're bad-mouthing.
But you know
I
what?
don't know. A lot of those black leaders were doing just that. They had little.
That way
Yeah,
it
what
works.
about
No,
that?
that way
Oh,
it
what do you-
works.
wait,
Yeah.
what did I miss?
I'm talking if you're a white guy who can't stand black people, you're not going to be having sex with a black girl.
Yeah, but it's like that whole Mandingo thing. Take it, you fucking...
Yeah?
Yeah, you play slave owner.
Yeah.
Play
Hell
slave
up in
owner.
Harlem.
I could have you shot for that.
Well, what do you want to hear? We got Reverend Al Sharpton shows that he was innocent first, or do you want to hear should he stop sleeping with boys?
We're going to hear both of them, so start with Reverend Al.
All right, we'll start with the first clip here from Reverend Al Sharpton.
Chicken-eating
I think that this is a vindication for people that believe that people are innocent until proven guilty. And I think that there are no winners here. I don't think there's no reason for Michael or those opposing Michael to gloat. There's a lot of pain, a lot of hurt here. Yeah. Children have been dragged into court. Michael's reputation has been damaged severely. But I think the criminal justice system worked this time. I think we can say that this jury despite being inundated by media, despite the fact they were not sequestered, despite the fact there were questionable rulings by the judge, this jury said the evidence wasn't there and they acquitted him. I think this is good for America. And I don't think any of us that went on the line saying that Michael deserved the same right as any citizen are celebrating tonight anything
just when he
other
tries
than
to sound
the
like
fact
this.
that people should have the right to be proven guilty of a crime, even if we disagree with their lifestyle.
What about you?
Michael Rosenbaum.
But you know what? They just didn't have that piece of evidence that could tie everything together, unfortunately.
What, a jizz-stained, hairless ass?
Well,
what does he need? What do you need?
Yeah.
Do I think he's guilty? Of course.
Yeah.
But everything I read about the case, they just didn't have the DNA evidence or any piece of evidence that really was going to,
Because he's good at this. He knows what he has to do to keep from being prosecuted.
Yeah.
He has these locked rooms.
He's probably going to get really good gifts for all the jurors. What is that cunt mother going to, throw their way? She has nothing to offer them.
Right.
They're all starstruck in L.A. There's no crime. Murder's not a crime anymore.
No.
Robert Blake.
Oh,
What's
he got
a
away
crime
with it.
out there?
Mm-hmm.
That Robert Blake thing's amazing. He's got to just shut his mouth. He
Yeah.
got away with murder. Just go away now.
Yeah.
I was getting my gun from the restaurant, and when I came out, she was shot.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
What are the
Not
odds?
guilty.
What are the odds?
I was in the restaurant. I was getting my baseball bat. I came out. She was bludgeoned about the head.
Yeah.
I was getting my knife at the restaurant.
Yeah.
She was stabbed to death. The guy, he's guilty. But, yeah, people get starstruck. I watched him. He was Beretta.
I know.
Not guilty. Not guilty. They have no way to convict these people out there.
But it's also reasonable doubt has become, like, it seems like the more you get DNA and stuff, the more reasonable doubt there becomes.
But also, the defense lawyers are so good at twisting that shit around to make it sound like it's nothing. The prosecution spells it out, but they're morons that go on juries. Come on, let's be real here. People that actually don't try to get out of jury duty are fucking retards. And they're sitting there, and now as a prosecution expert...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. As a prosecution expert, you're supposed to sit there and explain DNA and all kinds of this CSI type evidence to these people.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Yeah, there's 1 in 1 million chance this is not the person.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a chance?
There's a doubt.
As you heard him say, there is a chance.
That's absurd.
And relatively speaking, in the context of the universe, it's a huge chance. What?
And Sharpton says justice was served. What if he was guilty? Would he? They jump on the bandwagon every time.
No, then it would have been a grave injustice has been delivered to our brother Michael, who is still black under his fingernails.
Yeah, black people were probably upset that they couldn't, rise up and raid stores.
Oh, loot. A little rioting.
Yeah. Wow. But we don't get a TV.
Yeah, right? Can't we just riot a little bit? I'm kind of outraged a little at something. Can I riot and then give you my outrage reason later?
Yeah.
I want to, kind of a riot layaway plan where I get the merchandise now.
San Antonio beat Detroit. Let's riot.
Yeah, let's riot.
We live in L.A.
All right, more from Reverend Al Sharpton. Should he stop sleeping with boys?
I think that Michael now can have time to reflect and think a lot of deliberate moves as he goes forward. The question is, Jeffrey, that whether or not it was a crime for him to say that. Whatever my feelings, I talked to Michael. I've been to Neverland, and I've had advice for Michael, pro and con. The issue here was not my advice as a minister or even as a man. The issue here was whether he committed a crime. That should be proven. Otherwise, it would set a precedent that anyone could make an accusation against any public figure.
Fried chicken and watermelon.
Jail or convicted just based on media hysteria rather than hard evidence. That's what was frightening to me about the condition of this trial.
Soon I'm going up to heaven on the big riverboat.
George. Otto, looks like George doesn't like people of color.
George, you are a racist,
Hey,
George.
sugar.
That will not be tolerated.
Gentlemen.
George, my God. I think you're living in the 1800s.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Must have been carved from an old tree.
Yeah.
That's gotta be it. An old riverboat.
ruining everything.
Oh, very good.
It's like my Peppy told me.
I don't know. Do you want to hear from the DA or the jury foreman?
Are they going to convict him?
Various
No.
jurors. One of them. Well, this might be interesting.
Is there going to be a federal case next, or it's going to go
yeah,
on and
well,
on
they're
and
going to
on?
do something where his civil rights. Usually, they go to a civil rights thing. If
Yeah.
you lose the criminal case, you violated their civil rights.
Yeah.
Well, won't they sue a civil lawsuit? Like that's what happened.
Yeah,
to
you can have the
OJ.
civil thing. Yeah, OJ was acquitted of killing her, but
They clean him out.
yeah, they said that. Oh, they didn't clean him out though.
They didn't.
They can't take any money out of his football pension,
'Cause
which
he's
is
in
all he's
Florida,
living
right?
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
all-
Florida law.
And that's all he needs.
So he lives on that. He doesn't work. He goes out, hangs out with friggin' sluts at parties all night.
God, it's a sick world.
Yeah,
It really is.
But they took his Heisman Trophy. Can you imagine having that around the house? His Heisman.
Like he
Yeah.
cares. Like he even cares. He got away with murder.
But they couldn't take his money out of his bank account or
No, they could.
his assets.
They could. I don't think he had anything really at that point. I think he had it all. You know.
Yeah, his lawyers took everything
Spent on
in the first
legal
case.
fees,
Yeah,
and then
what was left?
And then he gets what he gets from a pension. He's got a huge pension that comes in that they can't touch, and that's it. So he lives his life. He screws broads. Now though, he's like old. You don't realize how long ago that whole case was.
Yeah.
It's old OJ, and he can barely walk anymore.
Yeah.
So I guess these girls feel safe. He'd be chasing him with a knife and just kind of limping along, all in slow motion. Screw you, OJ. Be fun to watch.
All right, we got what kind of mother lets her son sleep with men? One of the jurors.
As a parent, it's something that you are constantly, every moment of your day, you're protective over what happens to your children. And I guess I might be speaking maybe for myself and a few others, jurors, that, what mother in her right mind would allow that to happen, or just freely volunteer your child, to sleep with someone, and
good
not
egg.
just so much Michael Jackson, but any person for that matter. So that's something, that mothers, I think, are naturally concerned with.
I'm glad they do. Me and Opie wouldn't have girlfriends if that was the case.
But the mother wasn't. Wow. The mother
Wow.
wasn't on trial. She's saying the mother. That's what this fucking
Right,
story.
they
The mother was
twisted
not
it all
on fucking
around.
trial. The kid. Okay, so the mother's wrong. The mother's wrong.
Yeah.
It depends how you look at it.
Yeah, what's
But-
the worst sin, right?
But that's diverting attention to what Michael
The
Jackson
truth of the matter
did.
is, the mother could have sent the kid there with every intention on extorting money from Michael Jackson. Hey, I'm going to send him there. Michael Jackson's going to sleep with him. I'm going to extort money out of him. It doesn't matter what her motives were. Try her for something else. The bottom line is he was with the son doing things he shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah, and that's the jury's
And if she
mindset.
tries to spin a buck out of it, that's her sick problem.
Yeah.
It doesn't make him innocent.
You notice how I pointed that out? Just
I
now?
noticed that,
That's
Rich.
pretty smart.
Very smart.
But it is interesting that all in the papers and everything, they didn't like the mother. That is
No.
really what
No.
it comes down
Did you
to.
see the
jury.
feisty 79-year-old woman?
Don't snap your fingers.
Don't. I was thinking, don't snap your fingers at me, lady.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it. Break a hip.
Yeah, I know. For that kind of money, I'm sending my two daughters over in bikinis with fucking roofies. Put it in his drink. Turn on the tape recorder.
Wow. They're all cunts, including my mother and a Virgin Mary.
Wow, George.
Why?
Oh, are you inappropriate today, George? God, he is surly.
Taking this freedom a little too far there, this satellite radio, where you could say anything.
My goodness, his cheeks are very
Potty
rosy
mouth.
today. Potty mouth.
Yeah.
Robin, Robin, Robin,